From the Riverwalk to the Carillon, residential homes to commercial property, much of Naperville is the work of Charles Vincent George. The longtime architect was a leader among the business community and a visionary during the city's formative years of the 1980s. I sat down with Chuck for a look back at his career and those that have come after him to carry his practice into the future. Charles Vincent George first made his mark on Naperville, opening his practice in 1962 when the population was roughly 26,000 people. Chuck started by first designing the Saybrook and Crest Creek subdivisions. One of the biggest challenges asked of him was incorporating fire stations within various neighborhoods.
When you're building a fire station in a residential community, right away people get upset because all they can think of is a lot of noise and a structure that looks like a fire station rather than a house, and that's going to bring down their property value. I said, let's try to join the two together. Let's do a residential looking fire station that will fit in with the community.
From there, he planned the layout for 5 other stations, and over the years continued to create the look and feel of residential and business communities throughout the city.
The thing about architecture is when you're young and you're doing things, you're doing designing on your own, and you get to do all facets of it. You design it, and then you see it built, and you supervise the construction. And then as you get more successful, suddenly you hire people to do the things that you like to do, and pretty soon you're involved in the business aspect of the firm. So you're hiring people, firing people, dealing with contractors, dealing with lawyers, dealing with city officials.
Above all else, Chuck's favorite project during his more than 50-year tenure was the Riverwalk. To celebrate the city's 150th anniversary, then Mayor Chet Rebicki and business leader Jim Moser asked Chuck to draw up a plan for a linear park along the DuPage River. Little did he know that plan would become the city's crown jewel.
All architects want to design skyscrapers, and I guess I was no different than that. And I didn't realize until 25 years later that the Riverwalk is my skyscraper. It's my commitment to the city, and it's my legacy to the city.
That legacy couldn't have been possible without the help of numerous volunteers, including his own son Bruce, who helped clean up the river and laid bricks.
Pretty soon we got the Boy Scouts, the Cub Scouts, bankers working with one another, laying bricks. So it was a total community project, and it was a wonderful experience for the whole community to get involved in doing something, building something.
It really gave me an appreciation of Naperville and gave me a real tie to the community. It's something that's so important to the community, and I was a part of it.
Bruce George went on to follow in his father's footsteps, pursuing a degree in architecture at Chuck's alma mater, the University of Cincinnati. In his first venture into community leadership, Bruce presented his senior year thesis to the Naperville City Council, discussing the importance of having City Hall in the downtown area.
The municipal centers should be at the heart of their community. They're an iconic image of their community, and they give the community some inner strength just having it being at the center of the community.
In 1986, Bruce joined his father's company, and upon Chuck's retirement in 1995, Bruce took over as president and CEO. One of his first major projects was the Carillon at Rotary Hill, designed at the turn of the millennium.
It is a landmark to our community. When you're 5 miles away, the only thing you see in Naperville is the Carillon Tower, and that's ours.
A more recent project Charles Vincent George Architects took on was remodeling the 1939 post office into a new Naperville Bank and Trust on Washington Street, completed in 2012.
We were charged with the goal of making that a community gathering place. And one of the challenges in commercial design is how do you have a commercial entity maintain its functionality and its profitability and be having its employees be productive, and also wanting the community to feel like they're free to come in and roam around the space.
It's not just commercial developments the firm has designed. The architects have been on the forefront of planning more than 1,600 high-end residential properties throughout Naperville and other suburbs.
The biggest challenge in residential design is not getting stuck in what we did last year or 2 years ago, and always trying to be on the edge of what's coming up and what's new, and setting trends as opposed to trying to catch up or follow them. That has kept us in a position of what I think being in the top tier in residential design, definitely in the western suburbs.
The architects recently had a ribbon cutting officially opening their new offices, fittingly designed by the firm itself, better preparing them for the future.
It's a very open atmosphere office, so you have a tendency where all the employees can interact very easily together.
The firm's architects of today say that because of Charles Vincent George himself, they were able to weather tough economic times when other architects could not.
We've survived several recessions, and if anything, have evolved stronger and more resilient through those. And that's definitely a testament to Charles Vincent George legacy.
And without visionaries like Chuck and those that have followed him, the city would not have the look and feel that it has today.
Architecture is really important because it molds the shape of our city.
One of the greatest things about architecture is you have so much of an ability to impact so many different lives and the surroundings that we all live in. And I think our goal in our company is just to continue that foundation and move it into the future, and continuing the good work that we do to make our communities better.
I'm Kevin Maychek for Naperville News Extra.